Hey, it's Thursday and here's your weekly Cyber Snapshot. This week, hackers are turning Microsoft's own login system against you, and the tax service accidentally handed criminals almost $5 million worth of crypto. Let's get into it. First up, Microsoft security researchers have issued an urgent warning this week about a sophisticated wave of phishing attacks that are bypassing conventional email and browser defenses. The technique abuses OAuth, the behind-the-scenes login system you use every time you click sign in. Attackers are deliberately triggering errors in that process, which causes Microsoft or Google's own systems to redirect victims to attacker-controlled websites. Because the redirect comes from a trusted source, standard email filters and browser warnings don't flag it. Once they're redirected, victims either land on a credential harvesting page or are served a zip file containing malware. Microsoft confirmed the attack are hitting government and public sector organizations, and they've already removed several malicious apps tied to these campaigns. A new phishing campaign has been uncovered by researchers, and it's a clever one. Attackers have built a convincing fake Google security page which walks users through what looks like a legitimate 4-step account security check. The twist is that the security tool it installs is actually a progressive web app, or PWA. That's a type of app that runs entirely inside your browser but looks and behaves just like a native application with no visible address bar to check. Once installed, the malicious PWA intercepts SMS-based one-time passwords in real time, harvests clipboard contents, exfiltrates your contacts, location, and even uses your browser as a proxy to scan internal networks. Push notifications then keep prompting the user to reopen the app, ensuring the attacker maintains continued access. Researchers from the University of California have presented a new Wi-Fi attack technique at an academic security conference this week called AirSnitch. Most of us assume that encryption keeps our Wi-Fi traffic private, and that client isolation, a setting that prevents devices on the same network from talking directly to each other, provides an additional safety net. AirSnitch breaks both of those assumptions. The attack allows someone already on the same access point, or even a related network segment, to intercept traffic and perform a full man-in-the-middle attack. That means they can read, modify, or inject data between you and the websites you're visiting, even on an encrypted network. Forbes and several major security outlets are reporting active attacks this week that target Gmail users through a particularly insidious method: abusing Google's own security check feature. Attackers are crafting phishing emails that look exactly like legitimate Google security alerts. Phishing pages are hosted on Google sites, part of Google's own infrastructure, making them even harder to distinguish from the real thing. The goal is to trick users into handing over credentials and one-time codes through what appears to be Google's own security process. Google has acknowledged the attack and is rolling out fixes, but the campaign remains active. And finally, South Korea's National Tax Service seized around $5.6 million worth of cryptocurrency from tax evaders last week. And then, in a press release celebrating the seizure, they published high-resolution photographs of the hardware wallets, complete with handwritten seed phrases visible in the images. Within hours of the press release going live, approximately $4.8 million worth of tokens had been stolen. The agency has since apologised and launched an investigation with the National Police. And that's all for this week. Follow us for next week's Cyber Snapshot.